Pok Massimo, Sompa 93.1 FM, Sompa 93.1 FM. Now, Kai will say, sorry, ya no, not the Black Stars of Ghana or the Central African Republic game, no, na basso, Babaya sports to the one something na ya bonus media sape, na ya de Abrontani and ya live, Facebook, sompaonline.com with my cha egu ho, na bibian so akosobo kanumre, mizo de ya fane de yam fraye, and my represent or China Yabaya Duma 21st clinic, and the Siataka expert, no, Yarenka Yabia Kahubiano, Yahu. Three Ehebo Center Frausa Yam Timsus Yade Kokuni Adena Fabra, Nayanjo and Fanfri Nipa de Honmoa, now I express Express Group Edo Komokusia de Wamonone, and Asam on a near Jumabi Opaso Biano, Express Group Ebwao, na Omdua Conadaro Manumre, Yasinkunya Yaden Sabino, Ebro. Akusia, I Jewa Quadia Watson, Midi, and Mermene. Nana, Quabana, Kessi, and Sabino, Enye. Ghana Mampenin and Nado Dankwa, Kufuado, or de Altuja. Ya, what say. Can a man penny John Dramani Mahama friend say or a clearing agent? Ningano say na point is for even as be na Bermum penny for be a bonia. Na wakucha Eddie Eje Womu. Sai Sebeya, Embra Ebetini Panasodia, no one no man penny another danko kufuado. Now what decline or be buasam no clan second a quarter crack quatanasia. And yes, I saw most no fakwan dia Sebeya. Sani panobeto buying at buying a dear chan who is a Sebeya. As someone Casancasan en hunity en hunne kong. Na no net what then samatu jabra. Na atemuafo adwumakuo no wo hwe na wakọ wo sidan kunkunfa de ma wo no wo pa hontuma won kramantane mu ena ode sansebo nyina atu dwansam pi ana yewura ede soso.
So technology has been pivotal in our efforts to combat corruption. We have introduced digital platforms for public procurement processes, reducing human intervention and minimizing the opportunities for corrupt practices. These platforms have increased transparency, efficiency, and competitiveness in public procurement, ensuring that public resources are judicially used for the benefit of all Ghanaians. Before I conclude, Madam Chief Justice, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we are all aware of the statement by the former president and perennial NDC presidential candidate, John Dramani Mahama, stigmatizing me as the clearing agent. Because for him, mere allegation without more is enough to merit condemnation of an accused public official, especially one of my administration. For my part, and let me state it again for the record, I will not set aside due process and the rules of natural justice on the always corruption, no matter how much opprobrium this position incurs for me. The use of technology has been pivotal in our efforts to combat corruption. We have introduced digital platforms for public procurement processes, reducing human intervention and minimizing the opportunities for corrupt practices.
Ghana Mampani and Ado Dan Kwaku na Yatenin Kane.
Alfabia no Mampani de to Ja Achrem was Sir Fanasa Afia Batuo. Assume Gieba to me a banner higher tomu de Ghana for that one monapa. Essence one no so tia Kunyasa Mampanino, and Yadio Batana say Amani Pabinum de Marasha one some Ayan Yoma and some fata our Fia Patua, ever to any move.
Rule of law is the best protection of individual liberty in good times and bad times. And so say, I want to use the opportunity of this platform to reassure the Ghanaian people that the law enforcement agencies of the state, including the Office of the Attorney General, will do all within their power to ensure that law and order prevail in the country at all times, especially during this critical election year. We will not allow the peace, security, and stability of the nation, which have made Ghana a beacon of democracy on the African continent, to be compromised on the altar of the ambitions of any political party or presidential candidate. It will not happen. The laws on our statute books, including those on vigilantism, will be strictly and vigorously enforced to preserve the peace and tranquility of the country. We owe that to the good people of Ghana who've demonstrated so consistently and openly their deep attachment to peaceful democratic values. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Chief Justice, the commissioning of the Law House is not just a celebration of a new building.
I was your way, man, Penny, now the Dankwa Ekufuado.
Jumadi no Sena Chief Justice get to Tokonona or no so was and some pin or the two just also Chilimuse, baby Edwin Ghana and Yapasi at Tini Mebiasana, a Tim Wadman Pepe Paye, Nabibia to me a bocordia, not just say, and Bremwa Disuana was here, not ye muye, Pania Church and ye Pasabaya, but me a woman Tim Wadman Bibia at my 1.
Persons present, access to justice goes beyond providing courts. But I can assure Mr. Jololo that I'm not going to take this opportunity to take the shine off the Attorney General by talking about leading justice. Access to justice includes facilities for legal education, law reporting, facilities for law reform, facilities for legal aid services, and well-resourced professionals along all of the justice delivery chain. We are still left with providing fitting locations for the several needs of professionals in the justice delivery chain, and I am hoping that sooner than later we will be having another beautiful edifice close by to house the Council for Law Reporting, to house Legal Aid Commission, the Law Reform Commission, the Legal Service Board, and all of the agencies that feed into providing justice to this dear nation of ours. I'm informed that this location is going to be able to house all state attorneys and supporting officials of the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice in the building.
We Chief Justice Mame get to Tokunu and Yatin Kane.
And what you know, Ghana Bar Association, Panipa, or a champion boafo. And so the two jar actress and nay, a woman for Pinuanwa. Wama Rios, who ya one more per Juma a ye. Sunny Aberno, minor Temu Jano, a Mubaya, Demubaya Kono. Now lawyer for Subanya Juma and Tino Basre. Say, Wame more fanabe, be I was my lawyer for one more to me, Adol Sonia for one so, Ejuma.
Of many instances in which charges have been struck out and accused persons discharged or acquitted at our courts, either for the tardiness and or lack of the knowledge of procedural and evidentiary rules on the part of some police prosecutors. The safe impression has been that things would have panned out differently and the outcomes more positive if those prosecutions had been handled by trained and qualified state attorneys from the Office of the Attorney General. The GBA accordingly advocates for the employment of many more lawyers to the regions and districts to improve efficiency in state prosecutions across the country. I am excited and hopeful about the future of the Office of the Attorney General in this country. May this singular yet monumental edifice and its commissioning serve as a real catalyst for the real transformation of state prosecutions in this country, a key cog of public service. Nonetheless, we at the Ghana Bar Association make this unhappy observation, which is that contemporary history of our dear nation is replete with many similar huge projects that have unfortunately fallen into state of disrepair and even fallen into the ruins for lack of maintenance culture. We therefore expect this building and the likes of it to be properly and diligently maintained, going against the grain of the lack of maintenance culture of government buildings in this country. However, it should not be only about buildings. Similar zeal, efforts and resources should be directed in building the capacities, skills and training of state attorneys in global best practices to make them more competitive.
Our champion boafo aye president at the Ghana Bar Association.
And you may know Siabrema Cassian in your Sompa TV son I will go so Oshe, ye Conisima Edwiasa. Namas ye another Black Stars of Ghana and the Central African Republic game no na a Chassia by a sports stadium in T Conisima Edwiasa. Sompa 93.1 FM Eukmasa Sompa 90.7 Sompa 98.9 Nani Akabo you may then some no ebro and this Samanya Kuno when I'm finished Edwiasa Mintine ɔhyɛ ho fa ɛwɔ party natana ekesiem ɛwɔ adabraka nkranmantam no emu dwumade no ase no mpanimfo ne abrempɔ ne ntepi ɛna pie mu ɛwɔ dwumade no ase ngoma sɛm ɔbɛnfo na Jen opoku agyeman ɔbaase sanso na ND Samanyoko no mpanimfo bi te sɛ Wura Johnson ɛsɛ dun katia fifi fiavekote no msame gyamfe ne mpanimfo bi ɛka ho na yɛwura fifi fiavekote ɔno de nsɛm kakra man nsɛm twerɛfo sɛ
to remember the key pillars of our political party. We call it unity, we call it stability, we call it development. But underneath all of that is a need for us to appreciate that just as we sing in our revolutionary song, cadres may go, cadres may come, but the revolution has come to stay. Now it simply means that Jerry Rawlings came and left, Prof. Mills has come and gone, John Dramani Mahama is here today, tomorrow he will not be. So it is we need to appreciate that this party transcends every individual. So if loyalty to this establishment is not understood by us, what we do is simply pander to individuals, and that works against our party. I look forward to the day where every single one of us can simply have genuine, deep love for this wonderful movement. Love that transcends individuals. It used to be the case that it was all about party. These days, unfortunately, it's becoming too much about individuals. Individuals must go down and the party must go up. The loyalty to the party must remain number one. Number one.
We a church for Edema and the Samanyoko Fifi Fiavekote and a Yatene Ken and Watchy. Here Johnson as soon as you jump to Edema and the Samanyoko so was here. General Asamo de Mayenne.
We are getting into a crucial election, and all attempts that we have made to make sure that the election turned peaceful are being frustrated. We warned against militarization of our elections. Today, even on the occasion of voter transfers, military men have been deployed in some constituencies, wielding weapons, trying to convert the citizens who bought the weapons and the uniform for them into the enemies of the state. Please, if there are any voices of conscience left in this country, this is the time for them to speak. As I speak to you now, Kwame Danson is boiling. There are pictures of marauding soldiers wielding weapons and harassing innocent citizens. Their only offense being ensuring that the voter transfer proceeds according to the laws of this country.
Jamtene Dema and the Samanyoko Johnson Esiedu and Katia.
Another day, and Mampanya Vedia, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bamia, was son and son and to about say I was Santamantamu. Now I know ya Bobby Drew, ya no one party penny for be a shy. A real children of one night echo Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs, and Nan Martin and Konya echo Kasaya, Ninata Efa, Yamia Duma Fimpim near Juno 9. So about them Kunim, Wadana Samba Ton and Anwanim, Nafe, a foot to a binning Kranshabu Honmoa, one more to me at Yamanwo. And what can be a Masantaman Pohine? Da Sabra was Sabon. Ya watosumi no wonne gina santemera namu akasaye ya wo shira no kose se wa ya ade abomode pa se watimi eto anamo a ente se na waba nananum animu ebra na da sebra wo sebun so otosumi no akasa no ensem sei enode tuja.
For the record, you are the first dignitary, external dignitary that is non-member of the House and non-member of Asantemai who is paying us a visit. And Nananum, especially some of the Queen Mothers, were here before 9 o'clock, etc., etc. This shows, for the record, the high esteem that we accord you and hold you. For the record, you are the first dignitary, external dignitary, that is non-member of the House and non-member of Asantumai, who is paying us a visit.
I was your way, I Santema Pohene. Da Sabra was Sabon Suya, what so mean.
Abusia, na no ya, yisi no eka se, wa won pese obe toabo baby and anwa da otono no. Na wo pese wi call baby fufuro no, wa bie kwamo de ato ho. Mu asam de ya kyerɛkyerɛ bebree no mu amode ya kyerɛ mo NDC amanyo kon de sobo obo MPP so e de sobo ebo NDC so mo na etwe nkoda ene ahoho e de free akyerɛ honom e de eba mu emu asam no de akoye bebree ya prosifo abamu bambofo ne ade obi ye na afamu de na so de NDC ne MPP ye no eno na omuguso ya omo eye marase ba yone de ma de hye ya e wo sahwi anwa so bakwa wona bo Alfred Oben Boaten ena wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ wonno adagye ya wono no ebe wurawura mu sɛ obi ko yi bia ne vote afiri ba bi dia ko ba bi na no so no wo wurawura mu saa no de den ye MPP for de so bo ebo no wase me Oben Boaten na Ghana so sa de wi aso so de ye ntie na asemo yi
ye mote ye no dokore ba kumpo eni registration exercise through me ehia me ne say na previous ones no that is the main registration no dem ko for be register because no de one register e betumi aha adwene enti omunya register wie ye no transfers no nikwa center for me call home poda na me said akra follow until say me hu sa footage no say ndi mrantie no omuye sa propaganda na ma me ko bi say the figures kra me hu the reason why my transfers no main family nikwa ni actually ne say enipa no so Ashanti region and now wo him fan presidential me only one constituency nationwide you have your bet to be ottoman me flag bearer resource na be corner so obetu no bibieni okotono wo hemfa na ottoman one ebeko e flag bearer ho bibieni ahyanso be quite constraints last election as MP for close to 18,000 votes
we marase bejane de ma de se ye wo sahwi anwa so be kwa wona bo Alfred Oben Boaten
Salvo transfer won sansem ye afro no south east man sinimu ya tesa posifo kwa chiro wura bia wonya fisha no aduasa na awura no chia won ma chire ne nyina no yesa wode won ma bor ho safo hene na chese nua wo bro no won botam ho no enya sem ketwa ma wo so se nipa bi no firi baabi ana abaya wo ma ba register ne adeade ya chese aposifo chire no wo se won kwa enu nkonko chire mu yamare boni Ebenezer Usu ansa ene organizer de ma NDC amanyoko no ewo afo no south east Mansinimu Ora Adams ekasai na sei ene nkomo ne koy
ya besoa na onim bo bi wotepa oni ne pa se bo ri tepa wonte ye mantemo ana oba se obeye transfer ana obi san ana obi ote tepa de obeye transfer akoyi ana se gabi na be fa no so me transfer no me to abama achi no say as obi awo ye ne ye tie district mountain de obeto abayi MP amaye na eduru ayiso awa akwa tepa na mo yesi also tikase ne mo street nya gugugugu mo street na ikotara na ye nya bi ankanya na asemo a ono aka na kwa so onya na mountain to na also ye obebo ne dua obeya obebodua no so yo no nko a omodoso ana boy no kofa akosi ana so ana obebodua say so who free this city no not because of obi interest in pinti okofa say brabeto aba ha ana won ti this city no so who free akwa na ote ha so won ti ha de ha obo ya besoa na onim boy bi wotepa oni ne pa se bo ri tepa wonte ye mantemo ana oba se obeye transfer ana obi san ana obi ote tepa de obeye transfer akoyi ana se gabi na be fa no so me transfer no me to abama achi no se
as obi a wo ye ne ye tie district mountain de obeto abayi MPMI
Awusiana no ache no yankwane yankotie duabɔ no sele sibe ko ye anam so ama posifo akwakwakere no yi
we mama tena hanya 1 year fili ha free baby adina ba transfer so mama to abentia no ni pakro ado so de ba ntuno so ba fo bia tra ye ko so de free baby enkuno free baby ba ha enkuno ato nya mana na cha beta konadi enkuni pakro mamba ko
Exactly, we have one program. I got to go to the hospital. I got to go to the hospital. We are going to make a tax now. Me say, you are just going to do now.
Abusiana chasano no way any duabo akwaso ewo ahafo no south east mansini mu anam so ama posifo akwachiri bi
Abusia Ghana mampani abedi ya Dr. Alhaj Mamudu Baumia Aba Asante Mantemu sadi yedi ka kyerɛkyerɛ mu ede ɛkyerɛ wo no na ne wɔbaaye no wɔne nananom ahemfo atena nkonwa hodoɔ no ahyia nananom asɔfo ne mpanifo ahodoɔ pii ana ahyia ɛna wɔse obi anka nakoma ɛmfa ɛnto ne yam na nyame yɛ adom na Ghanafoɔ ɛto aba no ɛde ma no a wɔde style bi ba style na wɔde ba no nyinaa no ɛyɛ sɛ wobɛnya card na wobɛnya no wobɛtumi de atɔ fie boom wobɛtumi de atɔ cars yɛ ade boɔ kora bɛwɔ fam wobɛtumi afiri akyire no watwa no kakrakra yɛnsi hu no kora bɛyɛ kumaa bi card no na ɛbɛdi saa adwuma no nyinaa obi anka nakoma mfa nto ne yamu wɔde saa nsɛm onya to dwa bra wɔne nananom atena nkonwa badwa yɛ wɔ asantema mu edi nkɔmɔ we ne yɛ nafuo miɛnsa ɛnsra hɔ yɛ a yɛwura ɛde aba asantema mu ebie mu nso wakyerɛkyerɛ mu akɔ fam wakyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ nyame yɛ adom card no yɛsɛ bia wodi di dwa nkɔ na sɛ bia wode tɔ fie na sɛ bia wode tɔ cars nko a na nsi hu ne yɛ kumaa bi nyame yɛ adom na wɔn saka card no a ɛkwan yɛ bɛtuma afa so de yɛ adwuma ne boa bɛboa wo no sei na teɛ
nanom policy bi so a mepɛ me de ba no ɛyɛ deɛn wohwɛ Ghana we work on a cash system bibia yɛ cash wɔ Ghana o wobɛtɔ bibia ɛyɛ cash aburokyerɛ deɛ ɛyɛ credit system Ghana ɛyɛ cash system wobɛsi dan a gye sɛ wohwehwehwɛ cash akɔsi dan wobɛtɔ car wohwehwɛ cash akɔtɔ wobɛtɔ TV a cash bibia yɛ cash saa no so ɛha adwen $1,000 were US because of credit no bet me aton niema up to $10,000 with your $1,000 no wait ya kakra Ghana had 1,000 cedis end of month po nasa no credit system enti me pese ye di credit system no eba Ghana de omo ye abrochire no with the credit system no eboa omo pa because
Enuachi wasan de soso ekyerɛ sɛ de ekoso asantima mu nyina fa asantima mpuntuo hu no de abande ne nsa kan ade nyina nso so no ɛno nso so mahu de ekoso bi nyame yɛ ado no wɔba a obehu de obɛyɛ
ibri wo ho wo Ashanti region ese say ye especially your roads no yenye sufficiently so many places wo ho ye enkoyi but me pese mumma mesia no mumfa nhye mesem me hye me bo se meye ni nyina amamo but ye hye ase in another few weeks ye the machines eba every district benya grader benya roller benya tipper truck benya water tanker na ye start the roads no ye we are meba betoa so ya bi yenye wie meba betoa so na ye ni nyina enti momma me kwan na memba minim se niema bebre wo ho a ye pese ye meso meye amamo
Kwame Redu Majo
so kwala
apomu te se Kwame
nyanko pa do ko la no ye pa
Mampani abedi ati Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia se se mo
problem ami ni wa se sabe ya me ni o kase yi envia mpempe bo ya bo ye ni Ewura Alhaj Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ananti commercial bond na ye kwa no e de be ebie wo central box na aha an woni chief mama hodo a omo asanteman tem wo chief martin no kote mu de hodo na an woni omo e ba be sia ha no na nkomodi mu no ana akomake so wo se oman mu a ya dia omanpeni onu sabe yetu akete oyobi oye kremoni na ansa na ye free nakion holmo adi aba central mosque hano na wuke Christopher anase asofo a omo enyina eba be sia na ne sure ni yu papa na numu na bra obedru central mosque waso no wo kadi a che wo mo te ade a ebi nya yi pa so se Christopher kwa je o ma gina tu na efi waba onu ani die mu na wo ka che wo mo te kwa bia so no se ko ba se onu a omu eholi ye ne bia no se wo mo ntimi anto aba ma no ama ne presidential office wo ye no amemu a na eyo mo adede sante so wo se dia nkono Christopher agina tu ye di ye ni ma ko no a na utumi se ya bia o ma Ghana ni fedo na ne reje una so obe se se bo se wo fu se mo se fo no e fi de ho ye ne de no de e se o mo bo modin a no mo pega no na fi o ma so yin ni se e fa ni se nya no adina tu se o meye o mampani e wo o man mu e di ti ko na si ya ni ke se de nanka radio no bra ye fi na kion ya ye be du central box ka no e no ti no nanka ye se de ni se ma si central market na se keje fi ho na ye ni ejedi fo wo se do din komo na ko na bra no bi binti amaka de no ya kiasu se ke nanka ma si so almangaji go na ka ho nanka ele esi otumi eno mi na be din komo na so se de medical ka no bra ne enka bi mi amaka be de ya ji bra no ebi ati o se adiasa eri fi omanpeni yo kaso na yankopon ya aduma ekina no wotumi ato ati bi ka bi ya de kete de central mosque had mo and sabi we free had mo ati omanpeni echa na proboso ele yankopon ya aduma obetumi ato ato ekina bi koda dabia mi kese de ya mo kan se central mosque ha na ye free had mo ye di ni etre na so ye amabibia etumi akoso
no ene adwuma ye nua be ma Kwame Redu na yetene nko na di omanpani abedi echi Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia echi abusama me nko nifa fa so kakra na me ni nkomo kakra ni nyina no ye sebe ne council secretary Kwabena Edu Chereme na AD nkomo ni nyina kire se NIA mpanifo adwuma efo kire se asam ne dikan na editie adwuma no moye no enima bi wo hono mo amonsan kante wasa na adwuma no woye no ayeden ede mo be kaya enu ada na wo bontani ka kire aban ne se enima woye na wahwe se adwuma na woye no so betima akoye no enima no onsanka ntema adwuma no hihim tiaban no hwe na aban no mra ni mu no mu ni nkom na enima wo hia no na nka aban no mfa ma wo nenso so no enima nhyada emanti abusana nke hwese kere no bedi nkom nti onya maye de abusama kanfo nwumre de ma wo samizo 5G de yafra ne de yamfra ye no bomade ma wo nsanka busia Dr. Silas ya nyina no onsa beka before all your programs 0246270221 0246270221 atanya me yaduma bomade ne fo ni tsemo yankrobata bia ye benwo ya ne sciatica expert 21st clinic ho asem na me kan ya renka ye bia ka ho bia na busua ye ho adwuma 0540311311 0540311311 ya kai sesi ya de yam timi koko ni ade na hawa 3A Herbal Center na dry friend koko master no wo bomade ma won san ka bia de no mo abetima kwa adwuma betima tu kwa ko bia ya wo pese woko e bra wo hawo ne ma ne bia animu ntia no wa hyene nso na wato apete Mr. Herbal Colinac dane Herbal no achi apedank 0546107107 0546107107 nipa de ya express ho kakra ne science express group say won krata ho adwuma nyina fa beda na bra wo pese ko pie mu amano ne kro bia ko di adwuma bia ya wo pese odi bra wo hawo ne ma ne bia emamu kuma sa for labor run about your home Krakanese first light to her express group ya de wo kondia express ho 0552 827787 0552 827787 na ya joso busu ya mo si ha enda nwumre na ye sore so ama the Black Stars of Ghana one year no Central African Republic panifo ya mo so ba ye no